Hello, hello, and welcome back yet again to Let Supreme Ghost Thief Gold. I bet you guys didn't expect to see me again this soon. I'm actually recording missions on back-to-back days here. I did the sword last night, and I did prep both the sword and the Haunted Cathedral in the last couple of weeks because I knew I might have the chance to record these with a pretty quick succession. Don't get used to this though. My upcoming videos will be back to the normal schedule, but I thought I would give you guys a little bit of a bonus this week. So we are going to play the Haunted Cathedral today. So we will load up our save game from the end of the sword, and we will watch the 2 videos that follow that mission.
Garrett, it's Victoria. I trust you made it back alive. You've done well, Garrett. Come with me and bring the sword. There is someone you have to meet. It's time for the payment you've been promised.
Yes.
A refreshment, Mr. Garrett. I'm in the possession of a superior brandy that has the most restorative effect.
I prefer my payment in cash, not liquor, Mr.
My apologies. I've been watching you, Mr. Garrett, so closely, in fact, that I'm afraid I'd forgotten we haven't actually met yet. I am Constantine.
All this time I thought you were gonna pay me. You've brought me here to kill me?
But you have it all wrong, Mr. Garrett. Would it surprise you to know that it was I who hired you to steal my own sword? Yes. You see, Victoria and I are...
Old associates.
Yes. You were being tested, do you understand? And I must say you more than live up to your reputation. You are quite an extraordinary thief.
Testing me? What is it you want from me, Constantine?
I am a collector, Mr. Garrett. But there are some items that are not available for purchase. They must be acquired using other means. In this case, the item in question would be best acquired by thieving. Not simple thieving. No. I need an artist like yourself.
What exactly is this item?
It is the gemstone called the Eye, for its unusual
appearance.
Yes. Kept hidden in the sealed cathedral deep inside the halls of the scum Hammerites. Oh, but forgive me. You are, possibly, friendly with the Order of the Hammer.
No. Fanatics make unreliable friends.
Excellent. I am prepared to offer you quite a sum. 100,000 upon receipt of the Eye.
I don't see how I can refuse such an offer.
Marvelous. Victoria can fill you in on all the particulars. And Mr. Garrett, the sword, keep it. You have earned it, but also, I believe you'll find it useful in your quest.
The eye that Constantine wants is in the abandoned Cathedral of the Hammerites. The cathedral is located in a section of the city that was deserted years ago, after some kind of catastrophe. I've heard stories of the incident. Most are wild rumors about hordes of zombies and raging fires. Now that part of the city is walled off, and no one's allowed to go in. Not that many people would dare to in the first place. Maps of the area are easy to find in attics and old trunks, but like all of them, the one I've got is over 50 years old. I'll make my way through the ruins to the Hammerite Cathedral, and find a way inside. Once I get inside the cathedral, I'll have to locate the eye. Something tells me that this is not going to be easy, but for the amount I'm getting paid, I'm willing to take some serious risks.
There we are. So we have to then first find the cathedral, find a way to get inside the cathedral and steal the eye, take the opportunity to steal other valuables. A valuable item called the Serpentyle Torc is reputed to be somewhere in these ruins. Find it. There used to be a monument in this part of town called the Watchman's Grave that thieves would leave coins on for good luck. You have brought some coins just in case. Exit the ruins. This is the first mission that cannot be even regular ghosted. There is a way, but it's not the conventional way, and there's a very low chance that you'll actually be able to do it. I've never been able to, but I know, and I'll explain when I get to the area, that it is possible, but extremely unlikely that you will be able to do it. So I'm not anticipating at all to be able to ghost this mission. Overall, though, the mission is not too difficult because most of the mission just relies on dodging patrols. There are a couple of areas towards the cathedral that is that requires a little bit of just timing all the different patrols and getting through areas that are pretty lit up. There's 3 different areas that we have to get through that can be a little bit tricky, and it might take some time. But overall, though, I don't really like this mission very much. I like it better now than I did back in the day. I remember thinking that, that you set up all this story to get to the cathedral and get in there and steal the eye, and that to me sounded very, very tempting and like a nice place to be able to get into a cathedral, and then you can't even get there in the mission. You have to do a whole bunch of other things to get in there later. So for me, that was kind of a disappointment the first time I played it. I've come to appreciate the mission itself and roaming around the streets with all the undead a little bit recently, but there's still a sense of disappointment for me in this mission. So I still enjoy it. It's not the worst mission of the game by far, but it's not among my favorites. It's sort of middle of the list, I would say, medium. Okay, the tip here you can buy and see what it says. I'm not going to read it, but it talks a little bit about how to deal with the enemies in the mission, especially the undead. We don't need anything else. I mean, if you're not ghosting, you would obviously pick up a bunch of mines are very effective, fire arrows, holy water, vials would be good, flash bombs as well, but we don't need that. Let's start. Let's look at our map. The map is actually pretty vague. This is the only map we have, though it's, I would say, a little bit better than what it was in the Sword. The mission is divided into 4 areas. You have the starting area, which has the Reuben Street towards the east. Then you have an area up here with the Perrin St. This is a little bit of a bigger area. It leads us up to a waterway, here a canal, with a drawbridge in the far north. Then you have the Market Street area here, where you have these gears are supposed to be power switch stations where you can switch on the lights. Who knows why you would want to do that, but there are several stations where you can turn on the lights. And it's good that they start off, because we're not allowed to turn them off for Supreme, and it would be very difficult to maneuver through this mission if they were on to begin with. There's a weapon store here. There's some kind of astrologers or apothecary up here. There's a pub and a restaurant. There is a barber shop. There is a graveyard. The Watchman's Grave is up here. And the cathedral is towards the east on Aldale Street. And then this is a keeper symbol. A keyhole is a keeper symbol. So there's a keeper shrine here that we will actually end. We will end the mission in there. Even though the objectives say that you have to exit the ruins, that this gets checked off, so, or crossed off, so you don't have to do that. Alright. In here is the first power switch station. You can turn on the lights in this area if you want to. And there's a readable. Department of Public Works, work order. The power grid control box for the neighborhood around Southern Rubin Street is located inside a residence. It should be in a public workstation like all other power grid control boxes. We may need to build a new maintenance cell in that neighborhood. If so, be sure to contact the Census Bureau so that they can update the map. It is important that all public workstations be marked on the map with the gear icon, but we haven't been vigilant enough about this. So on the map, the power station symbol isn't noted on the map here, but these two are accurate. There is at least two other ones. These two, and maybe there's a third one too, I'm not sure. Drop this back. Head around here. And there's a piece of loot. A gold plate, worth 50. This mission is pretty dark, and I didn't want to adjust the lighting compared to what I had it on for the different missions. So if it's too dark, I apologize. It's supposed to be dark. It's another readable. Yendros. The City Council is deeply grateful for the efforts of your men in the emergency construction of this great wall, which now begins to shield us from the dangers behind it. We know for the hours of backbreaking labor you have already given us, but regret that we cannot yet allow you any rest, as the work is of greatest urgency. You have our deepest sympathies at the loss of your workers, Spartan and Aiden, to the zombies. But you must know that your men number among the Legion lost to this evil. As we regain our city, with the undead put down and the wounded given succor, we have freed a watch of the guard to accompany your men as they finish, so do not let fear stop your efforts. The city counts on you. Do not fail us in our hour of need, Lord Whitseven. Alright. You can hear a zombie in the area. This is the entrance to the armory or weapon shop. I'm not going to head in there, but it is a pickable door. In here there are 12 broadhead arrows. And then upstairs, I hope you guys can see this. Let me increase the brightness a little bit here. Are 2 flash bombs in this one, and then this is a pickable footlocker with 2 mines. We don't need either of that, and I want to minimize pickpockets, or lockpicks rather. Up here is a healing potion. There's also a piece of loot up here. Oops. A jar worth 50 more. Total 100. There's only one zombie that patrols in this area. This is a pickable door that we're not going to pick open. He saw me there. I couldn't really see where he was. Get around there. Good. All right. So we are now heading up towards the Perrin Street. We're going to get back and do the rest of this area a little bit later, but I kind of want to make a loop around. Probably haven't triggered any of the patrols in this area. It's a pretty heavily patrolled region of the map. Okay, in here There's a noisemaker arrow here, and then there's a gold vase worth 100, total 200. We should be able to drop here without taking any damage. Okay, there's one zombie that starts up that ramp, and he will come down now. There's a total of 7 patrollers in this area, but they have long patrols. Okay, up here, first of all, there's a healing potion next to these barrels. So a couple of buildings here that we can get into that doesn't have loot, so I just want to show you what they contain. This is the building, I believe, to a thief, a former thief that is mentioned in a readable coming up later in the mission. The reason I think this is the thief's apartment is because there is an armed mine right in front of the entrance here. You can't get that, but you can go past it. There's also 3 noisemaker arrows, 3 flash bombs, and in these 2 there are 3 mines and 3 rope arrows. He saw us, that doesn't matter. We're gonna reload anyway. Here's another door, and this is the door to the alchemists, which we saw a symbol of on the map. And in here there are also a few items. There is a breath potion in this chest, and there are 2 fire arrows. 3 fire arrows right here. Fire arrows are useful. You need 1 to complete an objective, but other ones are useful to take out enemies. Here's a tiara worth 125. Total 1325. Not sure if that zombie's on his way back here. Okay. So in my practice run I was very, very lucky with the timing of the patrols. So it didn't take long for me to play through it, but I didn't anticipate I would be that lucky again. So like I said, there are 7 patrollers. I think 4 of them are zombies and 3 are some kind of apparition. Sounds like he's walking away right now. Okay, he was not. I really like the texture upgrades in this mission. The textures from Necro Age look like they fit the tone of this mission a lot. So that increases the, at least the visual portion of the mission. Most of the patrollers can turn around at random points. They have a limit to where they can patrol, but they can turn around pretty much anywhere. Okay. There's another light switch. We're going to move into this area. We're going to follow that burrick and drop into the waterway. However, before that, I want to show you something else. Up here is a switch, which opens a door to a maintenance station. And in here you can find 2 fire arrows, you can find 2 water arrows, and you can find a breath potion. Oops, I didn't mean to do that at all. I meant to stop there. Drop down into the water when he is gone. He will not hear that. At least I don't think that was an alert. Okay, I'm gonna wait for this apparition to pass and do it on the next turn. Oh, now he sees that. Okay, I think that is an alert. I still have a hard time on detecting. Yeah. That's good. We did not get an alert there. Dropping into water sounds a lot louder than what it really is for enemies. We are gonna swim a little bit of away in here. Gonna pick up a piece of loot. Let's see. If you swim along the bottom, that actually makes you speed up a little bit. So in here, first of all, there is a purse. There. Save it, because I'm not really going to go this way. The purse is worth 100, total 425. Oddly, there's a moss arrow in the middle of the water here. Don't know if that was supposed to be a water arrow, but... Oh, almost didn't make it. If you go to the other end of the waterway here, you get into, what's the pub, actually. And there is... patrolling crayman here. You can mantle up. I'm not going to save it. However, I am going to blackjack him so we can see where we are. I like to show you the routes. That's one thing that's very good about this mission, is that it's not linear whatsoever. Okay, I think he heard me. There is a key right over here that you can get from the water. A yellow key. It's the only copy. No, it's not. There are 2 copies of that key in the mission. Man, I cannot seem to mantle up here today. Okay. So this, like I said, is the pub. I just want to show you that there's a door here that you can pick open. This is one of the 2 main, or 3 actually, access ways to the market street. Okay, and the zombie outside here's the lockpicks now. So this is an access to, you see that this is the pub, to Market Street, which is right here. So we're right, we came out right here now. So this is the pub. Now, this is a route that I could have taken, and it's actually an easier way to take through the mission besides the one that I'm going to take. However, I don't like to pick the lock on this door. I like to minimize lockpicks. So I'm not going to take this route. The yellow key there opens a door, or a gate actually, right down from where I picked the lock on this door, and I'll show you that area a little bit later. Draw my breath here. We took that purse, right? I heard the sound. Yep. Okay, so... I'm gonna move through this area. Sorry, I'm still coughing a little bit from my throat, so I'm gonna do some cough drops throughout the mission. Now we are emerging. We're going to climb up on the south side of the... I think this is called the Cathedral Street drawbridge, because the Cathedral Street goes all the way through here. It's blocked down here, so you can't move to the cathedral via the Cathedral Street, but it crosses through the other ones here. This drawbridge you can actually open with a button, but from this side, from the south side, you have to use an arrow on the button. Yeah, this is the Cathedral Street, and I don't want to do that. Here's a door that we have to pick open if we want all the loot, and I do. In here there is a single diamond worth 100, total 525. Okay, nobody's around, which is good. Here's another jar, or vase, worth 50, total 575. Coming up at a little bit of a difficult area right now. Have an opening here. Okay, good. Gonna move through right here. This is a gate, a lock gate to a power switch station. This doesn't respond to any keys, I think, but it's pickable. However, you can reach the lever from the outside pretty easily without even going through the gate. So you can open this from both sides, obviously. I'm not going to use that. That is a way you can get to the cathedral without crossing the drawbridge. All right, there are quite a few patrollers here, so I got to be a little bit careful. I need to go down where that zombie is headed. A little bit tough to gauge if the patrollers are on their way away from me or have turned around. It's just they can turn around at random points, it seems. Then it's there's going to be some trial and error. Should be emerging right now. Yeah, this is the barber. Here's another vase worth 100, total 675. Now we have to get back. Oh! Go a little bit quicker here. Here. I'm gonna make a reel save. I haven't made a single reel save yet. Okay, we got this building. I don't think there's anything down here. No, upstairs, I mean. We're gonna go down a little bit. Instead, what I need here is a gold plate. on this ledge worth 50. Total 725. I really hope you guys can see all this. I hope it's not too dark here. If it is, I apologize. This mission is supposed to be dark. Just turn off the lights in your room and try to make do. We're going to have to jump over to this building. The door to this building is pickable, but I want to avoid that pick, so I'm going to jump over. Can't drop over, we got to jump over. Another vase with 100, total 825, and here is this is 10 broadhead arrows. And then on the rafter in the corner here, you can see there's 2 water arrows you can pick up there. We're gonna drop back, or jump back. Drop here. We should be able to leave through this one. Okay. Alright, just let me show you. This is a building here. The only thing of interest is a breath potion in the second floor. Just want to show you everything there is to pick up. I want to head down here, and then there's a room between those 2 buildings on the right there. I'm going to have to wait, it looks like. This is a very heavily patrolled area, so this is actually not as bad as I've seen it. Oh! I didn't know maybe he comes in here even. Did not know he could do that. Let's see. I did not know that. Okay. Let's head in here. If we head up to the second floor here, there should be a readable. Yes, there is. Constable Tuel is a degenerate. Every time we have a blackout, I have to go haul his ass out of the pub to get him to unlock the maintenance cell for the Market Street power grid. If he wasn't the Baron's nephew, they would have fired him months ago. And the key that unlocks the maintenance cell that we're talking about here is the key that we found in the pub, where the Crayman was patrolling. Okay, let me just check my map real quick to see where we need to go. Okay, yeah. Now we're back actually in the starting area. Here's a hole you can drop down to the underground area, but we cannot get back up there. And I want to... Alright. In this area there is a moss arrow. If I can show it to you right there on top of this little beam. And then in this house we can actually find 3 pieces of loot. Here's a diamond worth 100, total 925. And there is a gold goblet worth 25. You can hear another crayman here. And in this room, I don't think you need to rope arrow up. There's a goblet worth 15 total, 965. Alright, we're going to make a real save and then we're going to head underground. And we're going to emerge now much closer to the cathedral. This is the route that I want to take to get to that area, so I don't have to pull the drawbridge or pick the lock on the door to the pub. There's a crayman that you might have heard earlier that patrols down here. Let's see if we can avoid him. Storage room here with 2 water arrows. There's a piece of loot in the next room. Maybe the crayman will pass me here. I think so. Good. I like craymen because they have very easily identifiable alerts. 1 moss arrow. A hammer worth 75. There's another moss arrow over here, and then I think there are 2 water arrows in the pool in the middle. Yeah, you can see them barely. Oh. There's no ghost challenge for this mission, by the way. I couldn't find any areas that were suitable for challenges. So if I don't find any good ones, I'm not just going to make one up. Moving through here, there's a gold goblet. And that is worth 25 total, 1,065. Now we're getting to the burrick tunnels. I want to make a real save here. I have got to say I have had a lot of trouble in New Dark only with especially one of the burricks being stuck. It seems like he gets stuck at the end of his patrol route for some reason. If we find that, then we have to modify something. Which is unfortunate. Here's a purse worth 100, total 1165. There's also another copy of the yellow key, and there is a rope arrow and a noisemaker arrow in the middle here. There's also a gold goblet worth 25. Should be a vase, a gold vase down here worth 100. And there should be lastly a regular goblet worth 15. Total 1305. Don't hear any burricks yet. There are 3 burricks that patrol have a very long patrol, all the way through from one end to the other, from the cave that we were just in and all the way to the end. Okay, this doesn't actually bode very well, because I've seen him stuck at the end over here, and if that happens, well, we're obviously going to have to deal with it. Here's another goblet worth 15, total 1320. Good, he's not stuck here at least. Here's all three. Excellent, and they're not stuck. Oh my goodness, that makes me feel a lot better, because that could have been a huge problem for us. Perfect. Whew. 1, 2, 3. Good, 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 good. I'm gonna real save it just to make sure. This was actually the easiest way I've had through the underground tunnels ever, I think. Okay, here is a very, very hard to find gold plate. It's worth 50. Total 1370. Alright, we're getting to one of the most difficult areas in the mission now. So now we're getting to the Market Street region. Okay. Wait until he leaves. That door there is pickable, and there's a breath potion inside. I'm gonna mantle up here. Mantle up here, and then there are 3 fire arrows, and there's a journal. The foolish old man who currently owns the Serpentyle Torc lives on a barren side street west of the Cathedral St drawbridge. I visited his small but wealthy residence last week in order to purchase the Torc from him, but he obstinately deflected my arguments and offers. He says it is a custom of his people to present a gift of such beauty to their brides-to-be before marriage. At 70 years of age, I don't know what sort of maiden he thinks will be tempted to wed him. I'm not sure if I should now proceed to use force, or perhaps find a way to pilfer the Torc from him. I understand that there is a thief one can hire who lives nearby, close to the Perrin St. Good, so that gives us info on the thief, and on where the Torc is found. On a side street west of the Cathedral St drawbridge. So that would be here. That's this side street right here. So that's useful for us to know. Alright, we're now going to head area a little bit further down. I'm going to check something real quick. Alright, this is actually very, very, very good. Because it seems like none of the burricks are here. That means that they're over by the cathedral. Hopefully that doesn't mean they're stuck, of course. Let me actually go check that real quick. Okay, I hope that doesn't mean that last one is stuck there. I really hope that doesn't mean it. Because he is stuck. In Old Dark he was stuck, but I thought that was fixed for this version. I gotta go see, I gotta go check this out. If he's stuck, I don't really know what to do. I'm gonna have to replay this. No, he wasn't stuck. That's good, at least. Okay, that means we can get through this area. I think that was fixed, because it was a notorious problem. This means, though, is that we can proceed. Right, we're going to head into this cellar area. This is actually a produce store, I think. There's a jar here worth 50. Or a vase. And then there is a regular goblet worth 15, and then there's a healing potion next to it. It's so dark in here, there's no way you're going to get caught by these guys unless you make sound. Okay. This is a boarded up entrance. This whole area is a very nice way to move around, because the next section is loaded with zombies. Okay, we're actually going to head through here. I think if you mantle up this side... Okay. One of the sides, anyway. Yeah. Move through this region. Now we are actually on the east side of Market Street. There's a total of 6 zombies. There is a flaming spirit or a fire shadow that you can hear, but he patrols underground, so he's not an issue. He was added for Thief Gold. He was added so that you could get an unlimited supply of fire arrows for the fire arrow shot you have to make later on in case you ran out. Here's a chest with a ring. Worth 100. Total 1535. So we're not going to cross the street here. This is a gate into the Watchman's grave area. You can't pass this gate, so we have to find another way through there. There is a rope arrow in this room, in that corner. So if you run out of fire arrows and you're not ghosting, you can actually shoot him with enough water arrows and he will drop a fire arrow and run away, and then he'll return later. He won't die. Just like the Flaming Spirit and the Bone Horde. This is an exit to the streets. I'm going to take that. We're going to head through this way. Get up here. There's another exit to the streets. So now we're on the west side. And over here's a mine. A little niche in the wall. We're going to head upstairs. And I guess we're going to have to mantle up here totally. Another fire arrow. Okay, and then we're going to make a couple of moves. Shoot a rope in here. Climb down a little bit, and then you can jump up on this ledge. Here's a vase worth 100, total 1635. And there's also 12 broadhead arrows. Looks like one, but there's 12. I'm going to jump across here. Not getting an alert. They will not alert to the rope hanging there. I'm going to pick the lock on this door. We have to do that. That leads us into the Watchman's grave. There's 2 spiders in here, but they're facing the wall and it's pitch black, so not a problem. We can actually drop into here, I think, yeah. They can hear you walking, of course, but they cannot see you. This is the Watchman's Grave, and we have to leave 2 coins there. That's our objective. Okay. That checks off our first objective. Let's climb back. Jump back onto the rope here. Oh, not good. Instead of mantling, I think I will sort of leap. There. Grab my oath. And we can continue past here. And in here is a footlocker with, I think, a ring. No, a purse. Worth 100, total 1735. Okay, very tough area coming up here. Let me show you something. This is a gate that leads to another power switch, a light switch. This can be picked, but it responds to the yellow key. You can see the switch right behind here. The yellow key that you can find 2 copies of if you want to turn on the lights for some reason. We have to cross this bridge, and we have to head down where you see those 3 zombies come from. Very difficult part coming up here. It's just a matter of waiting for the patrols to clear. Alright, the problem is that zombies are going to come from the right now, so if we make a move and this zombie leaves, they're going to see us. Oh, wow. We did it. Are you kidding me? That was so simple. Now we're on the other side of the drawbridge, and we now can head to the Torc. The lock on this door. That was surprisingly easy. Can't believe we just did that. Of course we have to go back, but hopefully that's just as easy then. So now we're in the side street that was mentioned in the readable just recently. This is the residence that was mentioned, the old collector that has the Torc. And the door is locked and not unpickable, but we can find the key under the doormat. How nice. Two haunts inside, and they patrol back to back, which is excellent. And here first, there is, we don't need to lock it, there's a jar, I think worth 50. Yeah, total 1785, and then there is our 2 moss arrows in this one. Follow these guys up, then we should be able to do this pretty quickly here. Whoa, scared me for a second there. In the bedroom here, there are 2 switches, one upstairs and one downstairs. They don't work if you haven't turned on the power switch for this area. I don't imagine how difficult this house would be with lights on. This we have to pick because it keeps the Torc, which is worth 350, so that's 2135, and that actually checks off both our loot objective and stealing the Serpentyle Torc objective. There's another chest in here that you can pick, but it only contains a holy water vial, so we don't need that. I'm gonna wait for these guys to come back up. We of course have to drop our key back to the hole outside and lock the door on the way out. The other switch is on the wall over there. They never hear that through the door. Awesome. Fantastic. This is going so smooth. Didn't expect that. But I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not complaining. Now let's see if it's easy to get back. Oh yeah, that's right. You can't drop down there. You can, but then you have to drop on top of something. Okay, they're all right there. Sometimes I pull my weapon to see if my light gem flickers. If it doesn't, then I'm probably in a perfect shadow. Which is where I want to be right now. I don't know if I'm safe right here. This is another tough portion to get back. Last time I had a harder time coming over here than going back. Whoa. Okay, I'm safe at least going that way. Coming back, I might not be safe. What you see me try to do, jump down to the right of the bridge there, you can do and be safe. Oh. God, are you kidding me here? This is... Wow. I was anticipating that to be so tough. But again, I'll take it. Back through the Flaming Spirit cellar. All the way through here. Say hi to our spider again. Okay, now they're headed this way. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. That is for sure. This is going to be the toughest portion. We have to dodge all of these guys. burricks. There are 5 of them, and the spider. Past the area to get to the cathedral without getting seen. Needless to say, a tough task. Toughest thing is that there are hardly any areas to hide in. And they see me too when I stand up there. Okay. Ooh. Let me gauge the area a little bit. Yeah, I can't hide here, I can't hide there, I can't hide anywhere. Those are first alerts, obviously. Let's wait a little bit. It's almost so that I should have gone to the cathedral when I saw earlier when they were all away from the spiders area. Now they're all here. I think I can stay here when they just pass. It was when they both met that they had to move around each other. No. He still sees me. A hint, if you don't ghost, turning on the lights, though, will make the burricks see the zombies and they'll get into a big fight. The burricks will die from that. We'll wait a little bit here and see. Well, 4 of the 5 zombies are, no, burricks, are in this location. Those grunts are alerts. Some alerts are easy to detect, others are not. And more or less I'm more visible here, right? Yeah, more visible there. Am I safe here? Okay, this might be a good area to sit and relax. When these guys leave. I need somewhere where I can sort of see both ways and wait for the right time. What? Occasionally the burricks can see the zombies, even though it's dark. If they give alerts, then that might be the reason. I haven't even gotten out of this hole. I haven't saved out of this hole, so it can't be because of me. Oh, that was so close. He saw me there too, man. In New Dark, the light gem is a little bit misleading. I feel it is, at least. It seems darker than what it really is. You have to pay attention to the mark on the right. Okay, so maybe I'm not safe down there either. There's always a burrick coming. There's 5 burricks though. So naturally it's difficult. Okay. I'm gonna hang out here a little bit to see if I'm safe. Yeah, once they all end up in this area, it's not gonna work. Man, what am I to do here? I just have to wait for a shot. There's a chance for me to fall into the water, and and then climb into the power station, which is a little bit further away, or a little bit further south. That was the first alert. If I get in here, I can hide on this side. And you can do that if you can drop into the water, but there's no way to get to that water except for rounding that corner. Well, this will take some time, guys. We've been very lucky so far, but this is the worst section. This is the worst section. All seem to be right here. Yeah, they're all right here. What I need them to do is just leave and go over closer to the cathedral, which is east. Yeah, there's 3 of them here. Now, the question is... Here, I'm safe. And I can sort of gauge... Okay, now I might have found my way out here. If I can get up there... then I can monitor things from top of that rock. We just gotta take it step by step here, guys. This is what a Supreme Ghoster has to deal with sometimes. So I don't know if they're alerting to me or the zombies. I've never seen them actually get into a fight with the zombies, but I guess that's possible. Okay, if you pull a water arrow and the light dim doesn't even flicker, I imagine that I'm safe here. Okay. I have to make a real save and then I'll go for it. Yeah. Okay. I don't really know how much this will help me. Maybe up here, but... Because I'm safe here, I'm gonna overwrite that save game. Then I'm gonna try to get back up on that rock. Yeah, that doesn't work there. You have to mantle up. Try to push back to make sure you don't fall off and you overdo it. There, now I'm up. Now at least I might be able to gauge my way a little bit better. They're seeing me, but I don't know what the other alerts were for. Problem now is that I can't even drop down without taking damage. Right? But I can drop into the water, and that way I can get into the power station. And now two of them come back. Man. Yeah, they see that. It seems like all of them are attracted to this area for some reason now. None of them wants to go over to the cathedral. I think I got spotted there, actually. Okay, might there be a chance here? I want to try that again and then just drop here. Yeah, nobody sees me right there, and I didn't hear anything. Oh, now he heard, or something heard me. I know this kind of doesn't really matter because we're going to get busted anyway, but I want to remove all the busts I possibly can except for the one that we have to take. And I think I'm good there. There were no alerts. I'm not sure. That's definitely an alert. Yeah, there's an alert there, no doubt. Okay, we have a shot here. That's great. There we go. Excellent. That's definitely good. We definitely did it there. We're completely safe here. Awesome. Oh, was that an alert? I don't know. Now this next area is not that bad. I mean, we have to time the guards or the burricks, but... Excuse me. Okay, go through here. Here's a chest we have to pick, and I think there's a ring in there. Worth 100, total 22.35. Here's a diamond. This tipped over building worth another 100, 23.35. This building, and then we get to the cathedral area. There are two apparitions here, one standing on top of the ledge above the entrance, and one patrolling. If we hug the wall here, we should not get spotted. There are two fire arrows here in the window you see, and then there's a diamond in one as well. $24.35. There's only one more piece of loot remaining, and that is back by the bridge with the spider. That's the toughest piece of loot to get in the mission. But it's much easier to take coming from this side than it is coming from the other side. So that's why I'm choosing to take that last. Alright, here's the cathedral. Warning, great evil resides in this place, and it is no longer fit for men. The doors are sealed to protect us from that which lies within. Do not remain here. And then there are 4 statues that represent fire, water, earth, and air. A lot of bones scattered around here. There were 2 fire arrows on this side. And if you go to the east side, or actually all the way back to the south, I guess, would be, there's a window.
Comes a man to rescue me. Poor man. The keepers have sealed the door, and only they know how to open them. Cross you the bridge to the grotto of the keeper's St. Stand you on the pedestal and illuminate the statue with fire. Then just discover the secret of the talisman.
Okay. So the eye has talked to us. We cannot get into the cathedral, which is what I remember was a huge disappointment to me once I got here.
Comes a man to rescue me.
Oh, he continues that if you stand here. Okay, I'm not going to listen to it again. So we need to follow the eye's directions in order to learn how to get inside the cathedral. He told us to stand on the pedestal and illuminate the statues to reveal the entrance to the keeper area. So that we're allowed to do. We're allowed to use a fire arrow to do that. Of course, we cannot alert anyone else in the process. That would be a bust. And in the original runs by other players than me before I started ghosting, they reported successfully ghosting this mission. So I think that most of those individuals assumed that any other bust along with the bust of using a fire arrow was excused, but it's not. The rules explicitly state
the keepers have sealed the door, and only
I'm gonna
they
wait for this
know
to work.
how to open them. Cross you the bridge to the grotto of the keeper's St. Stand you on the pedestal and illuminate the statue with fire. Then just discover the secret of the talisman.
Alright. So, as you may or may not know, I have never been able to make that fire arrow shot onto the statues to enter the keeper compound, which we have to do to finish the mission, without alerting at least the spider in that area. The spider always goes to second level hunt mode, which is a bust to even regular ghost. If it had said in the objectives that alert the spider and enter the compound, then that would be excused, but it's not. And the rules are pretty clear on which objectives that will excuse you from busts and which ones won't. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna head back then to the cathedral. Or no, to the keeper area. Now, I want to save it here, because the burricks are probably a little bit locked up in their patrol now at the far end, which is great for us. So if I can do this a little bit quick, then I might be able to get to that last piece of loot, the necklace, a little bit quicker. Okay, there's one. Now, I did mention that there maybe was a way that we could ghost this mission. That can only happen if the spider somehow dies by drowning. I have had that happen before, where the spider drowned by, you know, when the patrols lock up when you're too far away, they can sometimes slide a little bit, and he slid so that he fell into the water. That happened actually just very recently. It's the first time it's happened to me. If that happens by accident, it's okay. But you can't sit there and wait for that to happen and try to construct us in a situation where that will occur. That is not allowed. When he crosses that bridge is when it can happen. And we have to get into that little area you see above the bridge. And that is, needless to say, very difficult. I guess maybe we can do it without a water or a rope arrow. I don't know. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Then we have to wait again here, probably for the burricks to move away. So this might take a little bit. This is the last thing that's difficult. I'm gonna make a real save here. Okay, so we have to, our first goal, our first step then is to shoot a rope arrow in there. We gotta make sure that nobody hears the shots or the impact of the rope, and that nobody alerts the rope hanging there. I don't think that burricks do, but I'm not 100%. What I would ideally want to do is shoot a rope arrow and then run straight for it, climb up, and then get the rope right away without anyone seeing me. I don't think we're 100% safe here, because I think the burricks can walk all the way over here. But I've made a real save now, so we should be good so far. There's only 2 now, which means that the other 3 is probably stuck in their patrol somewhat, way over there. Maybe. Let's see. He heard that shot. Means we have to wait. Oh, he went. Okay, I want to wait until he actually moves left. Excuse me. I don't know if he's going. Let's wait. There are no burricks around here now, which is very good. And there's, I say that and one comes. And then comes the other. But it seems like these are maybe the only two that are actually having an active patrol. That helps us too. I need him to go left. He needs to cross the stone bridge on my left here. That's the only way we can do this. That. See if we can loosen the drawstring a little bit so that it doesn't make that big of a sound. He didn't hear that at least, even though I missed. That he heard. Way too high. Oh, pressing the wrong buttons. That, I think, landed inside. Okay, maybe I can be quicker here. Good. Let me try that again. I thought I heard something from the burrick, but don't think so. Nope. Good. Here's a necklace. That's the last piece of loot. 2635 is the total. And now we just have to... We have to drop back down and then head across the stone bridge to the right. That, of course, is a challenge in and of itself. So we are going to bust regardless here, because the spider's alive and we can't do anything to avoid that situation. But that I knew. This mission isn't ghostable. That's just how it is. Oh, thought I had a chance here. There we are. Actually, we can stay here. So now we have to shoot this statue and illuminate both torches next to it while standing on the pedestal there. That's what the eye told us. Then this panel will reveal a hidden passage. Let's see if we can do that now. So I don't think we actually opened the passage. There's a chest over there, which contains a holy water vial, and there's a healing potion right next to it on the ground. What I also want to do is I want to douse these torches again. That is done to cover up tracks. That is not a bust, because they were out when we started the mission. I think he's just resumed his regular patrol. I haven't heard any burricks alert. I guess that's pretty good. But who knows if he alerted, if the spider alerted the burricks. I haven't heard any burricks alerted at least. Yeah, these two have probably been so far away they haven't even noticed anything. So okay, we got an alert obviously from the spider. Second level alert. That's unavoidable, I'm afraid, unless he dies by accident. If you encounter this area and he is dead in the water, which would be right underneath the stone bridge, then you can actually do this ghost clean. The time I encountered him there, I wasn't ghosting, so I had already busted in other areas. Okay, now we get to the entrance to the Keeper compound area. Let me just see that I don't have anything I shouldn't have. No. So what we have to do here is we have to get through these doors.
Looks like this place was built by my old pals, the Keepers. I wonder what they're hiding in here.
There's a gate and there's a door. This controls the door, I think, and this controls the gate. So what I want to do is I want to open one and then stand on the other, and then when it opens, I want to run in before it closes, and then you can unlock it from the inside. Because we got to replace the pieces of rubble that we have to use in order to make this work. Let's see. Put that on there. I'm gonna put that on there. Yeah. Okay. I want to take that off for now. And I want to open it again because when we've got to replace these things. Isn't that approximately how it was? Yeah. And then this one was a lane back here somehow. There. Okay. And this was in the up position. There. Good. Okay, this is a room with traps, but if you see closely, there are squares with pressure plates on the sides. If you walk straight down the middle, you won't trigger any of the arrow traps. This is a room where the wall from this side, I think, will end up moving towards you. But all you have to do really is rope arrow over this door. And grab your rope and you should be fine. This door is locked. There's two doors in here. We're now in the Keeper Sanctuary. This door we can open and we can grab the key here, which we have to replace, and read two things. Keeper Andrus, we are relieved to hear that you have successfully contained the destruction. It was for just such a contingency that the elemental wards have been saved these many years, and we support your decision to use them now, as the peril that you have described is grave indeed. We urge you to hide the talismans with great care, as their discovery could lead to another such catastrophe. We worry also that your actions have exposed the truth of our existence to the world, which we must not allow. Yours in knowledge, Keeper Lucas. Mention of some talismans. Okay? Keeper Lucas, we have received word of your fears, and we understand that indeed share them. We did not lightly take the decision to involve ourselves in this matter. However, we believe that we were compelled to act. Were the trickster not opposed, he could bring destruction upon the entire city and upon us as well. We have endeavored to conceal our efforts as best we can. I can only hope that we have been successful. Yours in knowledge, Keeper Andrus. Okay. So let's go back to the other side real quick. Use the key to unlock this door. And here we have a map and a book, it seems. Upon this map are the locations of the elemental talismans, which alone can unlock the wards placed upon the cathedral door. Their locations are recorded here in the event that we may one day find it necessary to re-enter the cathedral. The portal key in the library must be used to access the lost city entrance where the talisman of fire is being kept. The water talisman has been hidden in a shrine located in the caverns below the old quarter of the city. The talisman of air is being kept by the Hammerites, and the Earth Talisman was left to the Hand Brotherhood. Okay. New objectives. Now, exit the ruins, cross us off, find a way to get inside the cathedral is unchecked. We have to get the portal key out of the Keeper's library. Let's look at this map first. So this is the locations of the talismans, okay? The Talisman of Fire was kept in the Lost City. The Talisman of Earth was kept by the Hand Brotherhood, I think. That would be the next mission. The the Talisman of Air was kept by the Hammerites, and the Talisman of or Air here, and the Water one was kept by in the caverns way below. Maybe I switched those two up. So they're all found in the city in different locations, so this of course will be the next 4 missions. So we will start by going to the Hand Brotherhood to get Talisman of Earth, I believe it was. Let me just check that. Yes, Earth Talisman is where we're going to go next. Let's lock this door. Close this door and replace this key. Where we found it, there. Get the portal key, and then we are done. Mission complete. Good. That was an unsuccessful ghost run of the Haunted Cathedral. Let's look at the stats. Total time, 1 hour, 4 minutes, 11 seconds. Found 2635 loot out of 2635. Locks picked 5, all necessary. Backstab 0, knockout 0, damage dealt 0, damage taken 0, healing taken 0, innocents killed none, and others killed 0. Campaign totals, time so far, 8 hours, 9 minutes, 24 seconds. Loot so far, 15,394. Total damage dealt 28 and received 0. So here we busted where we alerted the spider from making the fire arrow shot to enter the Keeper compound. We also used 2 water arrows to put out the flames that we made afterwards to conceal part of our tracks. We left the Keeper entrance door open. That can't be closed. The second level alert to the spider is a ghost bust. It is inevitable unless you encounter a situation where the spider has drowned by accident. But that didn't happen for us. And that is very rare. I'm going to give this mission a flat 70%. I probably would have given it a lower score if you asked me right after I played it the first time. The major con for me was the disappointment of not being able to enter the cathedral. To just make your way, stress about making your way through the undead hordes, through the ruined city, and making it to the cathedral and not even be able to get in there. To me, that was a bad thing. Now, I see the purpose of the mission as more setting up the story, so I appreciate that. You really get invested in the story here, in where you are sort of motivated to get the talismans now, to get into the cathedral. Other cons, I would say, besides it not being ghostable, which shouldn't be a con, because the mission wasn't made with ghosting in mind. I think it's a little bit of confusing, the layout of the mission. It's all very similar looking. There's no real sort of indoor area that takes the focus away from the ruins outside. I wish that there was one bigger area that you could get into. You can get into the House with the Torc, but that's a very, very small place. I like the underground section, and that offers alternate routes and paths throughout the mission, and that's a major pro for this one. That is not linear at all. You can take 100 different ways around the map or the city to be able to finish it. It's a very tough one to ghost in certain areas, but most of it is just waiting for the enemies to pass. It gives you a nice background, though, of the history and the reason, perhaps, for the catastrophe, not the reason, but the events that surrounded it and the events that followed, where they built the wall. And you also get a feel and sense of the locations around the old city before the catastrophe. So that's nice. I don't like missions that don't have any live enemies, though, that they're all like beasts or undead. To me, that isn't really appealing. I think that should serve more as a supplement more than the main, carrying the main load of the mission. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. It'll probably take me a month or two before the next mission comes, which is the Mage Guild, and we will then start our task to get all the 4 talismans. But that's for another time. Hope you guys enjoyed your way, or my way through this. We will make a real save, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.